Welcome, fire signs. Welcome, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm going to do your collective reading for fire signs today. I hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for joining me. I am still working on getting all the links in working order for you all, so please just bear with me if you will. Maybe within the next week or so, everything should be back in order, working order, for you all to click on those and actually go somewhere. Okay, I want to thank everyone for all the subscribes and likes and comments, and it just helps me so much grow this channel, you know, so much quicker than if you weren't assisting me in that way. I appreciate you all so much. And don't forget to watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign videos for the most accurate information according, about your situation. And if you don't know what your other signs are, your placements, your moon, rising, Venus signs, just go to the links in the description box there, and it'll give you some free birth chart sites where you can go and get all that done. So, and you can learn a little bit there too. Okay, fire signs, what in the world is going on? We're going to start here with Aries. Aries, it looks like, of course, you're dealing with a Virgo. All of my fire signs are dealing with earth signs. Unbelievable. Huh. Now, this reading is for the week of August 9th through August 15th. So I am kind of interested in getting a little more in depth here on all of you dealing with these earth signs. Now, to get started here, sorry about that, fire signs. Aries, you're reuniting with someone who has been gone for a while. And this person is a Virgo, and if they're not a Virgo sun sign, they have prominent placements in their chart that are Virgo. And when I say prominent placements, I'm actually speaking about the sun, moon, rising, Venus signs. And if you don't know this person's zodiac sign, which, you know, sometimes we don't know everybody's sign that we're dealing with, and that's normal. If you don't know their sign, they're going to be a grounded person, probably successful in their career, very easy for them to deal with money and make money and have money. They're normally very hardworking individuals who sometimes overlook other things in their life to focus more on their careers, their work, whatever that work may be. And I feel like this person is not real nice. I feel like they're not being real nice to you when they get back. They're kind of, I don't know, they kind of make fun of what you've got on, or the way you did your hair, or why did you put your makeup on your eyes like that today, and things like that is what I'm seeing here. And, you know, that's not good. Your true love card says love does not ridicule. Love does not taunt, mock, or make fun of another. It does not hold another in contempt. That is not love. And this, you know, it's not like you're not excited for this person to arrive back to you, or back in your community, or back at home with you, or back into your family. Wherever this person is coming back to, it is affecting you in some way. I don't feel like this is like a romantic love relationship between you and this person. I feel like maybe this is someone who just, this could be a sibling, or maybe a cousin, something like that. Maybe even a friend, close friend. But it seems like you, every time you try to express yourself in the way that you as an Aries does that, which is being an individual, and you don't follow everyone else's trends or advice or lead. You are the leader in your own life, and you do what you want to do, and you dress how you want to dress, and you do what you want to do. And it's usually not something that everybody's gonna agree with. You're amazing though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. And when you get around somebody who seems to criticize everything about you, there's that's a red flag. That's something, when that kind of thing happens, it's when you should say, it's time for you to say, to yourself or to them or whoever you want to say it to, enough's enough. Don't talk about me. Don't talk me down, here in front of me, or whatever you do behind my back is none of my business or my concern. But, don't make fun of me, the way I dress and the way I do my hair or my makeup or my life choices. These are my choices. It's none of your business. Now, we can either stay friends, or we can stay close siblings, or we can stay, close cousins, or whatever you are to this person. You can let them know, you're not wanting to sever the tie, but, you're going to put a boundary up today, and, stop doing that, or you're not going to have me in your life because it doesn't feel good. And you're not going to expose yourself to people who make you feel bad. You should never feel bad about yourself. Now, how disheartening. Some people are just that way. That's just how they are, and there's nothing you can do about it. But what you can do, like I said, was you let them know you've put up a boundary. They're not going to cross that boundary, and if they do, then they have to prepare to have you exit their life, because you're voicing how you feel. You're letting them know that it feels bad. You don't want them to do that anymore because it's rude and mean, and it says a lot more about them than it says about you. And if they can't abide by those rules, which are just standard rules for being a compassionate human being, if they can't conform to that set of rules, then you'll have to be prepared to exit their life. And and that's up to you. Do you want to put up with the ridiculing, or do you want to just say see ya, wouldn't want to be ya? Okay, your advice card from your words of wisdom is raise the vibration of your food and water. We're going to pull one more for you. And begin. And we'll cover that ridicule card with these beautiful cards. Begin. So what you're being asked to do is begin setting up the boundaries, begin walking your own path as you have been doing, but begin doing it in this new way where you're voicing in a loving and kind way. You're voicing to others who make you feel bad that they're making you feel bad, that it hurts your feelings, that it hurts your heart, that you're not happy when they say these things and act this way toward you. You love them, but you don't have to be in close quarters with them if they're going to continue this behavior. And it's completely up to them at that point. Once you voice your opinion of the situation and your rules, your boundaries, that's the new law for you and that relationship with that person. And it's up to them what they do with that from there. So that's actually a beautiful reading there for you, Aries. I like that a lot. You're just coming into your power more and more and more is what it feels like here when I'm looking at those cards. Just coming into your power more and more and more. And this has bothered you a whole lot more than you wanted to let it go. It's bothered you a whole lot more than it should have ever progressed to. And now it's starting to bother you inside. It's starting to pull you off your balance. And that's why it's time to speak. You know what to do. Okay, Aries, that's your reading. We're going to move on now to Leo. And Leo has got some sort of vision. You are thinking of something that you are just wanting to do very badly. It's something you're very interested in doing. You've been thinking about this for a while. It's not overtaken your thought process, but it is in your mind quite a bit. You're dealing with a Taurus, an earth sign here. And this Taurus is, all earth signs are pretty much primarily grounded. They're like down to earth type of people. And if you ever want to make something real, you can go tell it to an earth sign. A Taurus is very steady, stable, stoic. They're very steadfast. And then there's all that beautiful, loving energy in there underneath all that. Taurus people are very, very amazing. They're just very strong people, but they have that beautiful inner side to them as well. It's kind of like the whole package, but you don't want to cross a Taurus is another thing that you may want to know here. You cross a Taurus, it's probably the last time you're going to cross the Taurus, because they don't play games. Not generally. Okay, I'm seeing that your love card here, your true love message says, love is not uncertain. Love is not doubtful. It is certain. This is not love. So love is not uncertain. Love isn't unsure. It's not doubtful. It doesn't doubt dreams. It doesn't ever voice that it's uncertain about something. It just believes. It trusts. It supports and lifts up. And I feel like your Taurus, as amazing a person as this is, I don't really think they're seeing what they're actually doing to you here. They're not seeing that they're kind of putting the brakes on your dream, your vision, your desire here for whatever it is that you're wanting to do. They're kind of putting the brakes on, and they don't realize how that affects you. They just think they're telling you, no, that's not a good idea, move on to the next thing. And you're supposed to go, oh, okay, and move on to the next thing. When it just doesn't work that way. And I feel like your Taurus is not aware of how this is affecting you. And I don't see this being bad enough. It's not severe enough where you're like in breakup mode. If they do one more thing, you're out of there or something like that. It's not like that at all. This is just something that makes you uncomfortable, and it's making you want to talk to them about it. You don't want them to put the brakes on every time you bring something up that you want to do, because they don't know if this is going to be successful or not. They really don't. It depends on you. Leo, you can do anything, Leo. You just can. And that Taurus needs to understand that when a Leo's behind the wheel, it's probably going to roll, because you're so courageous and powerful, and you're just unprecedented in strength. And that is mental strength, physical strength, strength of character. Your soul is just solid to the core. It's like whatever you do, when you put all of that beautiful energy into it, there is just a very small chance that it's not going to be successful. And your Taurus just wants to be careful. They don't want you spending all of the savings, all of your little, rainy day fund or whatever's going on here. They're just concerned about you and their well-being, and they don't want you to make a mistake. But you may need to tell your Taurus that, look, there are no mistakes. There are only experiences, and if it's not going to make you or break you, let's just set a boundary somewhere where you're saying you're going to let them know that you're going to spend this amount of money to get this thing going, and then you're going to earn the money that you need after that on your own. And see if they'll go for something like that. And that's just a suggestion. I mean, there are 100 different ways you could try to talk them out of being so stubborn about this. Let's see what your words of wisdom have to say here today. Miracle. That's a beautiful card, isn't it? Miracle. I feel like that's kind of what this thing is going to be like to the Taurus once it gets off the ground. Whatever it is that you're dreaming of doing, whatever kind of business this is or endeavor, your Taurus is just going to see how you just take it to the moon and back, and they're going to just look at that as, man, it's a miracle. I mean, how did this all happen this way? It just feels like it's going to be, they're not going to believe it. It's going to be unbelievable how well you do. We don't need another card on that. They're not going to be uncertain once you start showing them where you can take this thing. So you keep a hold of your genuine and real and true self, and your ideas will just flourish. Because you're amazing. Leo, you can just do anything, and I cannot wait to hear about this miracle happening. And your Taurus, I'm sure you can't wait to show them how it's done. Thank you, Leo. Thanks for joining me there. We're going to move on to Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, you're avoiding something. You're running away from something, trying to stay away, keep away, get away. And we're dealing with a Virgo here. Fire signs are all dealing with earth signs this week. This Virgo is going to be someone who's grounded, and the best description I have ever thought of for an earth sign in a short number, the smallest number of amount of words, is they're just so down to earth. And they focus on stability, and they're grounded. They're in tune with nature. They're in tune with the world. They know what's going on out there, and they know what they need to do to survive in that world. And they're going to protect you and everyone around them that are, everyone in their circle of trust, or whatever you want to call that, their tribe. They protect all those people. And whatever you're avoiding here is, this is a really serious situation. This is at the point of it's going to break this connection between you and this Virgo. Now, I don't really feel like this is I can't tell because this is a general reading, but without pulling, some more cards and focusing on this energy more. But that's not the point of this reading. It's to give everybody a little taste of what's going on this week. It looks like whatever this is that you're avoiding doing something, and it's to the point where it's gonna break whatever the situation is. It's to the point break level. It's off the charts bad. It's something that you would rather disappear you'd rather disappear than have to bring this up. Now, the Virgo, however, remember, Sagittarius, you don't really need to be worried about how you're going to come across to this Virgo. Because the Virgo they're focused on being stable and grounded in their money. They're focused on work, stability, and making sure that everything's going smoothly at their job, in their career, at home, that kind of thing. I feel that very strongly about this particular Virgo in this particular row here. Sagittarius, you're avoiding something that is already, I mean, it's already done and had been done, and you just having to tell this Virgo about it. And you know you have to tell them. And you just keep avoiding it. And it just feels like maybe, it just feels like you don't want to be selfish, or you don't want to come across like you're better than this Virgo. You're trying to just avoid this situation altogether. Your true love card says, and this is, remember, the true love cards can be in a love reading or they can be in these general readings, because my true love cards are the heart of the matter. This is where you get to the heart of the matter and you're just digging way down deep into the situation, the core of it all. And your true love heart of the matter card is love is not proud. And it says love is not vain, arrogant, narcissistic, or conceited. It is not driven by ego. So, as I said, you know, you don't want to seem like you're coming across as feeling like you're better than this Virgo, or you don't want to seem like too confident in the situation when you're talking to them, because whatever this is, it feels like what you would, it's kind of the same feeling of like if you're with somebody for quite a while and things just kind of start going south and nobody really notices it and you just keep on going through the motions, when in reality, Sagittarius, you are feeling all of that. You're feeling, you know exactly where it dipped off. You know exactly what's missing. You know exactly what stopped and what changed and when and what time it was when it happened. And this other person, you don't know if they think about all that. You don't know if they're thinking, yeah, we haven't had any real intimacy in, you know, a year or two. Or, you know, we haven't really gone on any kind of romantic vacation to enjoy one another, you know, in one another's company for, you know, 5 years, or we haven't ever sat down and had a genuine conversation about our, you know, our direction in this life. Where are we headed from here? You're feeling all of this because that's what you do, Sagittarius. You absorb energy, all the energy around you, and, you know, that's not an easy way to live, but it's just the way it is with you, especially if you're an empathic Sagittarius. It makes it just feels like sometimes you do want to just run away. But you know you don't need to run away. You know that's not the right choice to make. And you know what to do. You just don't want to do it. Just think, you know, you tell this Virgo how you're feeling, what you're thinking about, what you're feeling here in this situation. And you may be surprised at how they react. I feel like whoever this Virgo is, they have evolved tremendously. Yeah, breathe, Sagittarius. Take a breath. It's not as bad as you're thinking here. You've got this situation within yourself worked up to a critically severe level. It's like you're having an anxiety attack here. Anxiety attacks need you to breathe, Sagittarius. You need to get control of your breathing, get control of your emotions, get control of yourself. Come back, sit down, and have a conversation with this Virgo. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what you're thinking. Tell him what you think is going on. Tell him what you know. Tell him why, when, how, and where. And then let them talk. You may be surprised at their reaction and their responses. Beautiful reading, Sagittarius. I hope it helped you in some way. Earth signs, thank you for joining me. I will be back again soon with another video for you all. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any videos. I appreciate you all so much. Enjoy your week. We'll talk soon.